What's up, Ronnie?
So,
What are we guys doing today?
wala lang, trip lang. Punta tayo ng Tanay.
Right, what we gonna do and see there?
Well, we've done a lot of things already. But this time, we'd like to go on an adventure. And when I say an adventure, I mean we're going to go literally off the beaten path. We're gonna go off-roading, man.
But you know, one of the cool things about this trip that we're doing, we're just driving about 2.5 to 3 hours outside of Metro Manila to find some fresh air, peace and quiet, and maybe show some of the viewers some of the stuff that is attached to this Triton, and maybe some things you might consider for your own pickup or your own SUV.
You'd be surprised, no, Ronnie?
Yeah, this was so poggy coming earlier when I saw it. No? I was like, bro.
It can look like that? Oh my god, that looks cool, man. Yeah, that's true. If you find beaches too far to visit, why not try other captivating outdoor experiences that would bring your soul to a more intense nature splendor?
Get closer to nature while getting further away from the chaotic and hectic urban life.
Once in a while, in a rare stroke of luck, so to speak, you get to discover something that somehow gives you a sense of belongingness, bringing you further to a more ecstatic experience.
Guys, join us in embracing nature and experiencing a day in paradise here in River Ranch, situated in Santa Ines, Tanay, Rizal.
Barely 2 hours away from Metro Manila is a majestic spot which is both primitive and beautiful at the same time. Perfect for a getaway with friends or loved ones. Fresh, organic, and green, describe this campsite in Santa Ines, Tanay, Rizal, which we will explore. Here we go!
So we finally arrived at the campsite. It's about it was less than an hour drive from the gas station.
From the
we
Boso
were-
Boso gas station.
Yeah.
Traffic in Pasig just took us much longer.
Be much longer. So yeah, we're finally here, and the guys are gonna set up a little something for us, and they'll also show us how to work this thing that's on the roof of the Triton.
Yes.
So I guess we've got a stream not far from us, so we're gonna have a look outside and get some fresh air.
Get some fresh air.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So this is Tanay, and that's what it looks like. There's a river. It's like a nice place for a swim too, doesn't it? So we're gonna hang out here for the day. These guys are gonna set up a place for us to eat. We're gonna take some shots of the Triton, scenic shots, and then we're gonna deploy the roof tent and the awning to see what it looks like. Awesome.
I love camping, especially in this breathtaking, panoramic, and Instagrammable setting. For me, camping is a perfect bonding moment with our friends and our loved ones.
You know, I agree, especially in a situation like this where you've got wide open spaces, fresh air, and running water. It's just really awesome.
It's just awesome. It's just awesome.
No cell phone signal here, so we won't be bothered and enjoy the nature.
Not even work.
That's right. No, on your way here, the cell phone signal already drops, and
Yeah.
by the time you're here, you're really isolated from everything, from the whole universe, your client, your boss, your job in general.
Your wife.
Why don't we bring your boss with us?
We were joined by our good friend Joel Pedro of Overland Kings, who hooked us up with the accessories mounted on our Triton Athlete and also brought along some luxuries to make the outdoors comfortable, like his mobile kitchen and dining area.
All right, so we're gonna go for a little light trail. Let's see what this Triton Athlete can do. Of course it can do it. Let's have a little fun.
On this trip, we'll be taking the top-of-the-line Mitsibishi Triton, the athlete variant. The Triton now has a thicker ladder chassis, giving it better torsional rigidity, offering higher resistance to the chassis twisting in extreme off-road conditions. The all-new Triton has a suite of safety features: forward collision mitigation system with pedestrian detection, blind spot warning system with lane change assist, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning, emergency assist for pedal misapplication, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist. Being adventure seekers, we had to experience the off-roading and water crossings River Ranch had to offer. And we did it like pros.
All right, here we go.
Malalim yun.
Malalim yun ah. Malalim yun ah.
Not bad. Not bad. We didn't hit anything underneath.
Slow and steady, yeah.
Yeah, I was deep.
We didn't hit anything underneath, so not bad at all, man.
Fun, diba?
So we made it.
Yes, we made it.
A bit daunting, but when you're inside, it actually doesn't feel as scary because you can't see. But I think it looks scarier when you're outside. Because when we watched Joel come out through it, oh shit, that was deep.
That was deep.
That was deep.
Yeah.
But when you're in it,
You don't feel the depth.
you know, we're just waiting for
Something to go
scrape up underneath it.
or go crack.
Good video. Malalim-lalim.
So we're with Joel now.
Okay.
The master. May-ari ng buong Tanay actually.
So, Joel,
Yes, boss.
what prompted you to start this thing that you're doing?
Well, today, exactly, the three of you.
That's a good one. Not really, no joke. But why off-roading? Why camping? Why nature?
Why off-roading and camping?
Okay. So actually, if you combine those two words now, that's what we're doing. We're actually, I call it overlanding. So I think off-roading has been there for a while, right?
Yes.
Where you take out the cars, cross the rivers. And a while ago, when we were playing around with the Triton,
Yes.
na-feel natin yun, right?
Right.
The river cross, the terrain. You know, I think what we all experience, that's why I always encourage you guys to try it out, is sarap di ba? Basically, that whole experience we just did is overlanding.
It's overland.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
overland
the
is all
essence
about.
of it. And I don't know, it's the feeling that goes with it, right? Sometimes the people you might not be able to talk to normally, but you bring them out in a location like this. There's nothing, yan, pag pinapoy natin mamaya yan, buong gabi na tayo, di ba?
No,
Right.
doon po na to. Tuloy-tuloy na yun.
Doon na ako mayayari sa visa approve, di ba?
Oo. Para pareho tayo. Ang bisa ko hanggang alas 12 lang na ating gabi.
Yun. So
Di ba?
I think that, to go back to your question, that's what I like about this lifestyle. And usually, like you know, I always bring my wife and my kids, and it's a family event. Hindi lang siya solo for me.
Yes,
But at the same
yes.
time, as you can see, we as men, we can have our fun with our toys, with the cars, right? And after all the fun, we can still hang out, chill out, di ba? Tampisaw sa river, have a good night's sleep, very comfortable, very nice food.
Yes.
And I
yes.
think that's the essence of what I enjoy. That's
Yes.
why I keep on doing this thing.
You know, sometimes that kind of bonding with family is quite good, right?
Yeah, and you know, diba, a lot of kids nowadays grow up with, for me, with the iPad. There's nothing wrong with technology.
No.
But I think there's something about us old school guys. Well,
Yeah.
you guys a little more old school than me.
Don't rub it in.
Just a
Don't
little
rub it in.
No, I've come to the acceptance.
No, but I still grew up playing in the grass, in outdoors, basically.
Yes.
And that
How
I
to get dirty.
yeah, we're not too particular about dirt.
Yes.
Diba? So I think, but that's what I wanna bring to my kids also. They get to experience the same thing. At the same time, we can play.
You can play.
That's what I like.
It's the kind of play that we want to do. Yeah.
very PG-13 tayo eh.
Oo.
So okay yun.
Okay lahat eh, di ba?
Okay lahat. And then yun nga, with the vehicles that we like, we all love cars, right? That's part of the game. So we set up the cars, you can bring it to more technical trails. And this location is just one of the few locations. The Philippines is so big and we have so many locations nowadays after the pandemic that has opened up that allows us to cross rivers, to camp out, to chill out, to do all these things that you see.
Okay, we equipped the Triton with quite a number of things.
Yeah.
Tent on top,
Yep.
awning. We have a big tent right over there for when we gather in the wild.
Yep.
And a whole bunch of technology. I mean, really, we're off grid. We're not connected to the world.
Correct.
But we're still using these technologies. Can you explain to us a little bit about these technology?
Sure. I think essentially I classify all these things into 5 categories. One is shelter. So that's what you see, the awnings and the tents.
Yes.
And then next is the food. So there's some sort of kitchen setup, right?
Yes, I saw.
Whether it's a portable butane that you're using, right? Then next also some sort of power and water.
Yeah.
Because whether we like it or not, we still have to charge our phones, right? You still have to bring your whatever toys and gadgets that you have, right? Your drones, your cameras, right? Your GoPros. So a power pack like this, like the EcoFlow or an onboard system like Red Arc that we have, those are things that's the third thing. That's what you see that we're bringing on.
Yeah.
And then we talked about water. Today we were not able to demonstrate a lot of that since we're just a day trip. So then we set the cars up depending on what you want to do. So if we're on a longer trip, 3 days, 4 days, then we will definitely incorporate a water system into it. Para you can take a shower, clean your dishes.
Oh.
Yeah, di ba?
Oh,
Have your
interesting.
drinking water. And then, yeah. And the last of it is the most important part, yung kasama mo.
So, yun.
All of the toys are nating pag-visit yung nakama.
Oo, ayaw mo siya kasama, ayaw mo na eh.
Hindi,
Okay na tayo.
kung iiwanan mo naman dito, okay lang. Babaon mo sa lupa. No, but you know what I appreciate about this kind of activity, you know, having mentioned all these cool things that we have, the furniture, the awning, the tent, the food, it's a scalable effort.
Right.
What we're showing you here today is, you know, it just makes it more fun. It just makes that tent up there just makes you want to stay a little bit longer. Diba? The really good food that's prepared here just makes you want to just afterwards have a cup of coffee or maybe a cold beer and just appreciate the scenery. You know, it's really not about how much you spend on your vehicles, but the kind of experience you share with your friends during the trip. Exactly.
Yeah, by the way,
Yes.
let me ask, I need your opinion.
Yeah.
Because we've been driving the Triton the whole day around and I mean, really, I'd like to ask an expert's opinion.
Yeah.
We smashed the Triton into a rough terrain. And you've been driving off-road vehicles here and there, left and right, day in, day out. Can you give me an impression about the Mitsubishi Triton?
I think the Triton in its class. Let's just talk about 4x4 top-end pickups.
Yes.
And one of, I think, a Filipino buyer for a pickup prefers Concord.
Yes.
And I think that what that Triton offers. Loads of comfort. A while ago, we were running through the riverbed with water splashing.
Yeah.
Barely hurting your back. Right? I think that's a testament to how soft the suspensions are. So I think it's a great city truck for the occasional overlander or four-wheeler in the weekend.
Yes.
I think that's how I would sum it up, right? It's a weekend warrior type of
That's
truck.
right. And you know what? We have experienced the Triton just recently on an 8-hour drive up to Ilocos, and it was also pretty comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think Mitsubishi, they did put that in the spec sheet, but they curved the doors for me. When you see all the trucks are usually straight doors.
Yeah.
They have a curved door.
Yes.
And inside, what that does is gives you like another 0.5 millimeter of elbow room inside. So I think that gives the impression of a spaciousness. And like you said, Bill, on a long drive, spaciousness gives you a more relaxed drive, right? A more comfortable experience, especially it's quiet, good power, good suspension, right? So I think those combinations make it a strong contender in that.
And the price.
And the price, a good packaged value.
It sits right in the middle of the category now.
Right.
The top of the line
Like
category.
I've said, we're talking about top-end pickups.
That's right.
And you know, I will add one thing that I like as an overlander. It's ready for equipping those stuff. We didn't put a hole in the car to put all of those.
Oh,
here,
that
right?
too.
It was
That
just
too.
all bolt-on, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm always scared.
Big plus.
I have a pickup and
So,
you know, you want to put something in, you're always scared that you're gonna have to put a hole in it,
Yeah.
and you don't want to
So-
put a hole.
You
really don't void the warranty with all of these things that bolt on.
Yes. Pickup buyers like to upgrade, right?
Of
Change
course.
wheels, change tires, all that
Of
stuff.
course.
So a platform that allows you to modify to your own personality is always a plus and a consideration when you're purchasing a pickup. You're considering the Triton.
Beautiful. Joel, I don't know if you saw this one. So I'm a big boy,
Yeah.
you know, right? Yeah. And I love the seats.
Okay.
I think it's spring-loaded or something, or it's a good cushion. Tama ba? Or
You know, I haven't really looked at the spec, but you're talking about like those old Fajeros.
no,
with
naman,
the
but
with
this
the
one's-
including
yeah, parang ano,
it's a
it's very
cushy.
comfortable.
I think there's a lot more give in the foam.
Yeah, the foam is
Then,
also concrete. Yeah. But yeah, I think when I got in the car, you were driving a while ago, layo.
Yeah.
Kung abot halos.
Pero kasha pa rin yung nasa likod.
Usually Ronnie has no problem sitting in the back, diba?
Comfortable.
Yep.
Or I'm a big boy.
As long as I'm the one sitting in front of him.
Actually, ano, so much room pa talaga.
Yeah.
I'm surprised kasi I think it's one of the biggest out of all the other pickups.
Yeah, I think
for now.
they managed to engineer it. Kasi if you look at the dimensions on spec sheet, it's not the biggest.
It's not, no?
If you look at the numbers, it's not the biggest. I can assure you that's not the biggest. But impression-wise inside, because of probably all the engineering fixtures like the doors and the panels and
Small tweaks.
small tweaks make a difference, right? And I think it, for me, without looking at the numbers, when my first impression riding this vehicle, sabi ko, lucky.
You know, I have to say this, while we're at it, the back seat is tilted
A little bit.
teeny bitty bit backwards.
Correct.
Unlike most pickup trucks, where it's
little more
upright.
upright.
It's so uncomfortable to sit straight up all the time
Correct.
on a long drive. This one has it's angled quite a bit,
Yeah.
allowing you a more comfortable sitting position, no? Yeah.
I think the one thing that you would have to consider, that's probably a yes and no, is how this front end looks like. Let me call it out there. It's either macho or beautiful, right?
Yeah.
So it's for me, it's one of those I love it, or it's not my style. So that's the thing. But for me, if you like a macho truck with all of those features, I think those are good stuff that we have.
I think when you drive it grows on you.
It does.
Parang,
It does.
It's like, wow.
And we have been driving it quite a bit.
Mukhang naka 1,000, more than 10,000 kilometers.
Pero I think out of everyone,
999.
out of everyone, I think we've had the most seat time in this. Yeah.
The seat time.
And,
we've had quite some.
You know, having brought us here and being able to experience it like we did on the riverbed, we're able to see another characteristic of this because we've taken it on the road, we've taken it in the sand, and
Wait. What's that? We taking it across a river.
and we took it across the river. And you know what? It ticks all the boxes. So you know, so far so good, Mitsubishi.
So far, so good. Thank you very much, Joel.
Thank you, guys.
It's been a
Appreciate it.
pleasure. What you did for us today is perfect. It's beautiful. I love it.
Weather.
Thank you very much.
I think we're coming back here soon.
Let's do it again.
Let's do this
Let's do this again tomorrow.
Ronnie, Neil, Ira, thank you. Tomorrow. Guys, we gotta cut there, so my lease is running out. See you guys later. See you guys later. Thank you for watching Autocar and review of the new Mitsibishi Triton.
Thank you, Pare.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
And on that note, we're gonna eat.
Yeah. Na naman?
Yeah.
Kain lang ng kain.
Speaking of food, it's time to eat. After a hearty meal, you might want to head back to the metro. But the one thing that'll make you want to stay a little longer at River Ranch is the beautiful sunset. It's so picturesque. The sunset is shielded by the sloping mountains. And what a sight to behold! Sunset is nature's way of telling us that another fruitful day has passed.